Every moral argument makes a move David Hume said cannot be made. It starts with facts, descriptions of how the world is, and concludes with values, prescriptions of how the world should be. Hume noticed the gap between those two is unbridgeable by logic alone. The is-ought problem, from a treatise of human nature, 1739. Hume observed that moral writers begin arguments with observations about God, nature, or human psychology, then suddenly switch to conclusions about what ought to be done, without explaining how the transition was made. Pain causes suffering, therefore we ought to reduce it. Humans are social by nature, therefore we ought to cooperate. Evolution favored aggression, therefore aggression is natural, therefore it is good. In every case, a factual premise is doing the work of a moral premise that was never supplied. This matters because most ethical systems try to ground themselves in facts. Hume's point is that no description of what is, however accurate and detailed, can by itself generate a prescription for what ought to be. To get from fact to value, you need a value premise already in place. And that value premise cannot itself be derived from facts without circularity. Moral conclusions require moral inputs. The practical consequence is significant. Appeals to nature. Something is natural, therefore it is good. Something is unnatural, therefore it is wrong, are logically invalid without an additional premise. Appeals to God's will face the same structure. Even if God wills something, you still need the premise that God's will ought to be followed. Hume did not say moral reasoning is impossible. He said it cannot be laundered through factual descriptions. If you want a moral conclusion, you have to own the moral premise you started with.